Now that I am no longer in government, I can finally speak publicly. It's not wrong to punch Nazis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Josh Kruger because we have new information on a lot of stuff. Look, it's the lawless land of the liberals in Philly where shootings are dropping to levels not seen in years.
Police say this 19-year-old Robert Davis is wanted for the murder of a local journalist and activist.
Our goal is to have Mr. Davis taken into custody in a safe manner.
Well, as investigators search for that man, we're learning more about his connection to 39-year-old Josh Kruger. Good afternoon to you, everyone. We are also streaming live for you on CBS News Philadelphia. I'm Natasha Brown.
And I'm Siafa Lewis. We learned about the arrest warrant earlier this afternoon, and it's a break in the murder case we've been following for you all week.
CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder is live at police headquarters. He's got more on what we've learned from investigators so far. Dan.
Good afternoon, Siafa and Natasha. Investigators say they are actively searching for 19-year-old Robert Edmond Davis, and today they released more information on what led them to Davis. Specifically, they believe these two knew each other and that Kruger was trying to help Davis.
We are also asking Mr. Davis to surrender himself to the police.
A plea from police to Robert Edmond Davis, the 19-year-old they now believe to be the man who shot and killed journalist and activist Josh Kruger in his Point Breeze home. Police say Kruger was shot multiple times at the home near 23rd and Watkins early Monday morning. They're still piecing this case together, but say Kruger and Davis knew each other.
Mr. Kruger was trying to help Mr. Davis, and they were acquaintances. He was just trying to help him just get through life.
While Lieutenant Hamilton Marshman says it appears Davis may have been homeless for a time, Davis's last known address puts him just a 5-minute walk away from Kruger's home. Right now, police say they have video showing Davis in the area of the shooting, but there's still much they're not releasing. Investigators did not say what led to the deadly encounter or whether Davis broke into the home or was allowed inside. For family and friends of Kruger, possibly the biggest question also remains unanswered: a motive.
As to the why, I do not know at this time. Only Mr. Davis will be able to answer that.
This guy was always tweeting that Philadelphia was a safe place. Bro, speak for your blog. Mine isn't ruined, the city isn't ruined, and just because Larry Krasner keeps winning in landslide doesn't mean Philly is a heap of cinders and ash, no matter how much people say. Like the rest of the country, we are dealing with the uptick in crime. This guy was shot multiple times, supposedly around the staircase, which makes me think, who gets shot 7 times because they're trying to commit a robbery? It might be personal. Family of Robert Davis, who was accused of killing Philadelphia journalist Josh Kruger, says he was being blackmailed by reporter over sex videos and the two were in a relationship. Kinda makes sense. David's family has now claimed that he's been in sexual relationship with Kruger that involved drugs since he was only 15 years old, reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer. And I'm like, wait, Josh Kruger, weren't you homeless? Didn't you have a sex addiction? Did you have a drugs addiction? And suddenly you became an activist? The teen's mother told the outlet that Davis says Kruger had threatened to post sexual explicit videos of him online before the shooting murder. The family claims they watched David live unravel over the relationship and the drug addiction that came with it. He was scared, the mom said. He said he wanted me to do stuff I didn't want to do, and if I didn't, he said he was going to blackmail me. Kruger was known as a journalist, activist who survived years of homelessness, sex work, and drug addiction to go on to work for the mayor, the city's homelessness services, and the reporter for outlets including the Inquiry. He was open about being gay men living with HIV. And then you come in like, yo, I'm trying to help these people because I've been there and everything. I would already look sideways at you when a 15-year-old is going to your house because you're trying to help them. I was taught by my father, don't trust anybody, right? That's me. The centuries-old smear that gay men are pedophiles is getting new life thanks to coordinated between far-right news sites and far-right message boards. This egregious defamation is part of the strategy to target LGBTQ people with violence. I'm not saying that I haven't heard this before, but just like we tell girls be careful of men, we also tell boys be careful of men. Very simple. And something we are talking about a totally different topic and you bring it in.
Hi. So there have been some interesting bills coming out of Florida this week, such as the multiple proposals that would allow the death penalty for anyone who sexually batters a child under the age of 12, which was approved unanimously, or the vote to allow the death penalty on a split jury. Out of the 27 states that allow the death penalty, Florida is now one of 4 that allows it based on a split jury. Now you might be thinking, people who harm children deserve the worst penalties in the world, and sure, but I want us to think about how we keep having these scares focused around minorities about how we are going to harm the children, we are going to be predators, we are going to be, etc. Giving the government the right to murder just means they have to redefine who deserves murder before you are on that list, before we are on that list.
I'm not saying that I haven't heard this before, but just like we tell girls be careful of men, we also tell boys be careful of men. We're talking about kids. Funky batters. Funky batters. We're talking about one thing, suddenly the topic comes out like, yo, we just want to protect kids. And every time when we do it, this topic comes back as if we need an easy way to do certain things. I'm like, well, make sure you don't funky batters people. Simple. That's all I have to say. I'm glad that he tried to help a lot of people. It might be a good thing, but hey, I usually don't trust people that are very nice. Because at every event where there's good people, there's always somebody that tries to take advantage, and I'm used to it. It happened to me. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. Like, share the usual, spread the info, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.